What is up, PTU crew? This is Pika Papa, and I haven't made a market video in a while. I've been super busy. I just work, more than 40 hours a week, plus a, 10-hour a week commute. So I'm just busy. Some more videos are going to come out, opening videos and stuff, and maybe this might be part one of a market analysis. I'm going to try to be quick. I'm going to try to be a little more focused than I normally am. I am going to ask questions that I've been asking myself and I've seen other people been asking. As usual, I've been watching a lot of YouTube and listening to some different opinions. It's just crazy out there, some of the little beefs that are going on, and some of these people are just so wild. So I believe it's been 5 years I've been in the Pokemon hobby. This summer is 5 years, and obviously I've evolved. In the beginning, I just really enjoyed ripping packs and trying to collect sets and really enjoying the cards. And then I moved into owning and investing in sealed products, maybe after a year or so. And then I quickly after that, moved into doing YouTube. I think this is 3 years on YouTube for me. The channel's doing good. I haven't jumped up hella crazy in subscribers. I'm definitely kind of niche, super small, super tiny, which is fine. Question number one. Where do I think the Pokemon market is going in the next 3 to 6 months and then the next 12 months? So we'll do, 1 quarter, 2 quarters, and then a year, as we enter Q3 of 2025, which has been a crazy year. Everything's super expensive. The reason I mentioned I've been in for 5 years since I started, which was my first main release, I believe, was Battle Styles. But I came in during Vivid Voltage, which was kind of hard to find at the time. It was right around the boom, so product was starting to get up. Shining Fates was out, I guess, but it was like, people just went crazy on it and it was gone. So the first packs I ever opened up was Sword and Shield base, which I've mentioned many times. So always, Sword and Shield base will always have that little special spot. But Battle Styles too, because that was that first set where I was just like, oh, I got to get it at release and open booster boxes. And I think the first booster box I ever opened, though, was Chilling Reign. But here we are 5 years later, and go see, look, I'm rambling already. In the next 3 months, right now, obviously, we're in a super hot, kind of crazy, ridiculous market. Again, why I mentioned the 5 years is since I began, I had gotten a booster box of every set. I eventually got booster boxes of Battle Styles shortly after release. I can't remember if it, Battle Styles might have been my first booster. I'm pretty sure I remember the opening that first booster box was Chilling Reign. I'm almost 95% sure. But I did so I got a booster box of every set at release up until Destined Rivals. I currently have no sealed Destined Rivals. I believe I got to open up 8 packs. I've been really busy, so obviously when I get to the stores, they're all cleaned out. I was going to a store over here in San Francisco where I work, and they were selling at MSRP, and I was able to open up some Journey Together, which I have a little bit sealed up. And the only reason I have a little bit is I bought a little package from PokeNE where he was selling Journey Together at market. I mean, not at market, at retail price, but you had to buy like some other Japanese, was like bundled together. But those products were really good, so I was really happy with it. So no, this was the first set in 5 years that I had to skip. I tried to get some black and white yesterday at release. Wasn't able to get it at, obviously you can go on TCG Player and get it, but I don't want to pay right now $92, $93 plus tax on an ETB at release. So that over the next 3 months, I think we're going to be seeing the same thing. The Mega Evolution set, good luck, same thing. You can pay market And right at release, I think is probably the best time, because prices do dip down when everyone jumps in and they're trying to get a couple sales under their belt. And then you might see a dip, maybe 10-15%, maybe. But usually what's been happening is really things, and that's short-lived, and usually things have been going up a lot, or steadily going up. So the discount is today's prices, as Rudy said a little while ago. I see that. I don't see anything changing going into the 35th anniversary, which we don't know yet. I don't know if they're doing a set, which, I mean, if we go by, they did Generations and then they did the 25th anniversary, I would think, and they made a lot of money. Why not? 30th anniversary, when this market is going to go nuts. And that's going to be a shame, because I was able to get, I mean, it was going up. It was pretty hard to get stuff, but I was able to go, and it was a different time though, because you had time for I was able to go to Target and get my hands on ETBs. I was able to buy Celebrations, because Celebrations was, up, and then I printed a lot of it, and you could get Celebrations near retail for years, for a year and a half. And maybe after a little bit, you were paying maybe $5-10 more. But they kept those little boxes, the 4x4s, the Lances, and the Dark Sylveon. Those kept popping up for a long time. The lunch boxes, the treasure chest, stayed low for a long time. They just recently went up. I mean, you could have a lot of people like, oh, you should have bought Celebrations just 6 months ago. You didn't have to sit on dead money. I don't believe in dead money. You make your choice, and sometimes it does really well, it steadily goes up and goes up fast, or goes up fast lately, goes up fast. Or you could be like a Pokemon Go, Battle Styles, Celebrations to Ascent situation, where things are kind of stagnant and go up a little bit. I mean, obviously, Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze fall in there, because when they did that big reprint of Fusion Strike, Vivid Voltage, Evolving Skies, Darkness Ablaze, all at the same time in December of 22. Was it end of 21 or 22? I think it was 22. And Chilling Reign got a reprint. They all came out at the same time. And, but most things have been going up. So I see that happening. 12 months, I think after the 30th anniversary, I could see us maybe tapering off a little bit. Hard to tell. At some point, the market will correct a little bit. I forget which PokeTuber says. I think it could have been Danny Phantom, or it could have been Nostalgianomics. I think it was Danny Phantom that said the only thing that's really going to stop this investment, the big money that's come in, and it's buying up. I think it's natural FOMO and a natural huge amount of people that want Pokemon, but they're printing the same amount. So when more people want it, but they're printing the same amounts, you're going to have shortages. You're going to have, and people talk about short printed. Well, what's your definition of short printed? Are they printing less than the set before? No, not really. What's happening is more people want it, more stores want it, so it's just being spread thinner. Like I said, I only opened up 8 packs of Destiny Rivals during Soldier Shield. I was opening 8 packs a day. I mean, the cards were cheaper and I was spending more money on it, and I was making more money back then. But still, I mean, times have changed, and there's a lot of these people that don't want things to change and refuse to acknowledge change, and it's really to their own detriment. It is what it is. The Pokemon market is what it is today, and it's extremely hot, extremely irrational, and it's pushing some people out like me. I mean, I'm small fry, but I spend more money than the casual collector. I mean, luckily some people are hopefully getting lucky at Walmart and Target, and they're able to find it. But the big money's come in and they're buying up a lot of stuff, and that's not going to change until the profits stop being there. So once this big high does cool down, whatever goes up is going to come down at the same almost equal amount. So imagine this big up that we've been having. We've been like the on the roller coaster. That down is going to be somewhat similar. I think that there's going to be new highs set from before, but certain products, certain singles for sure, will probably get down to their all-time lows again. But the bounce that happens afterwards tends to be a little better. So we go up, and this is just my opinion. We're going to go up. We're going to stay up here for, like I said, I think if there is going to be a chance for a downfall, I'm saying it's maybe 3 to 4 months after the 30th anniversary's reign ends. So in what they did, they staggered. I believe there's probably going to be a staggered release too. I have no clue. I'm just guessing, where they come out with a couple products for the next, 3, 6, 7, 8 months. So talk about 3, 4 months after that, anywhere in that time frame, probably towards the later part of that, after the 30th anniversary, we're going to see maybe, so a mid dip in this next generation. Maybe. And if that happens, I'm going to try to prepare for it. I was trying to shoot this out at the beginning, but I do have to go because work is about to start. But I'm going to be selling. Nostalgic Economics has been saying recently, he's like, yeah, I'm going to hold. When I first got into the investing part, I got into it to hopefully make money. I didn't know if I was going to. I was scared. I had to wait years. I knew I was going to have to wait years. I've been selling along the way. Some things like Evolving Skies, I started selling the booster boxes at $350, $400, and all the way up, $600, $700. My last one was 12 and change, and I've just been selling the products when they've been double or better. Some products I've had to sell where I only made 30, 40% after fees and shipping. 30, 40% still pretty good. And I wanted to hold on to those products more. And some of those products I sold 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago are now hitting their all-time highs, and I could have made 100, 150%. And that's unfortunate. But it is what it is. As long as you make money, I'm actually gonna be selling a lot of my position. And I say that, but it's going to take a while to post it and everything. And then on some products, I might be like, oh, I'll just hold it for a couple more months. We'll see. I'm going to be selling into the holidays, definitely. And I'm going to be using the money to hopefully get in on the 30th anniversary and to buy some other products that I see opportunity in. I'm going to wrap it up here with one more thing. Rudy kind of said and mentioned, right now, if Pokemon's too expensive for you, look at some other TCGs. There are opportunities out there. I just bought a case of Twilight of the second set of Star Wars Unlimited. Twilight of the Republic. I got it for $33.33 shipped. Finito per box. Bought a case for $200. There's opportunities out there, and it's okay to take profits. It's okay to have your own opinion, and I suggest you go and do what's best for you. If the prices are too high for you now, that's okay. They're a little too high for me. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if I can get it at a better price. If I can't, I'm going to be missing out on these sets. I got a lot of other stuff. When prices start to normalize, or I could afford, I really like a set, and I'm willing to pay those prices, I'm going to pay them. It is what it is, and I'm going to either rip them or rip some, hold some, because I still like ripping and I still like collecting, and then I'm going to hold, and probably I'll do well. If things change 5, 10 years down the line, maybe I don't do well. But I've already made money. I'm going to be selling here in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, all the way up until Christmas and into the 30th anniversary. And then I'm going to be reacquiring, hopefully 30th anniversary. And I'm going to be on the hunt for the next 12 to 18 months and seeing if certain things go down, I'm going to get back in. If the new sets come out at more of a reasonable price where I can get in, rip some, and hold some, I'm going to do it. And yeah, but right now I'm selling. And I'm selling into the hype. Pika Papa out.